Today we see a bearish reaction in both the SPY and the QQQ, which are losing strength while being dangerously close to their resistance levels. And many stocks on our radar are going through a similar situation. So we will see another correction next. How worried should we be if the market does start to fall? Well, let's see what's happening right here, right now. Welcome to the Finance Hydra Channel, where every single day we study the market from a technical analysis perspective in order to develop our strategies. Nothing said here is based on mere opinion, guesswork, or assumptions. Everything is based on facts and, of course, technical evidence. My name is Nathan. Welcome to another daily analysis. Now, as we can see here, SPY is clearly losing momentum. It is making a bearish reaction right below the all-time high resistance level near our blue line at 609. This key point has been acting as a reliable resistance point for the SPY for the third time, okay? We saw a top signal over here. We saw another top signal over here. Now we see another one again, January 31. So if we actually see a top signal in this, right below this resistance level, what could possibly happen to the SPY ETF? Well, in this case, today, specifically today, all right, we see a bearish candlestick pattern which has a name, all right? It is a bearish engulfing candlestick pattern which does reverse the trend more than 70% of the time. I believe 79% of the time, roughly 80% of the time, according to Thomas Bukowski's studies. Just take a look at his website, thepatternSite.com. All right, and see for yourself the statistics regarding this candlestick pattern. But right here, right now, we see a quite reliable bearish reversal candle structure, which does reverse the trend more often than not. Now, what's the catch over here? The catch is that this top signal wasn't triggered yet. This top signal will only get triggered if we see the SPY next week closing below today's low. Then it is going to officially trigger this bearish engulfing candle pattern, suggesting that yes, we have roughly 79% of chances of actually correcting to lower levels. In this case, the SPY will have a very dangerous support level at 594. Why 594, Nathan? Because if the SPY makes a top signal strong enough for us to see the SPY losing this support level, it is going to materialize a double top chart pattern right below its most important and dangerous resistance level, which is the all-time high area. By materializing a double top chart pattern below such emblematic resistance level, we could easily see the SPY correcting to lower levels, maybe to the 576, or in a more optimistic scenario to close the gap at 585. Either way, it is going to be a quite massive drop, okay? So we gotta pay attention to these key points, to this bearish engulfing candle pattern, and of course, to the 609 resistance level. Because if you ask me, Nathan, is there any chance that SPY will frustrate the possibility of such ugly bearish scenario? Yes, there is. If the SPY does not trigger this bearish engulfing pattern, and if we see next week a breakout of the 609, then fantastic. We are going to resume the upwards sentiment over here. Not a problem at all. It is going to completely reject this possible top signal. So the most important key points for us right here, right now are probably the 609 resistance level and today's low, which is this bearish engulfing's low as well. Okay, so let's see if the SPY will trigger this top signal or not. Either way, it is not good to see SPY making such ugly bearish reaction below such important resistance level. All right, this tells me that yes, from a statistical point of view, the SPY has more chances of correcting than actually going up. Of course, from a statistical point of view, everything could change next week, but tell me your opinion, okay? What do you think SPY could do next? Regarding QQQ, this one is slightly less bullish than SPY because we failed in retesting the all-time high. Okay, we see descending highs over here, so it is clearly not that bullish anymore, and we are making another bearish reaction right below a resistance level after closing this open gap at $528.15. So we just closed this gap over here, and right now we see another bearish reaction. Okay, that's not good. But the most important support level for the QQQ is also today's low, because today's candle pattern looks like a shooting star candlestick pattern, which is another reliable bearish reversal candle structure. I don't remember the statistics of a shooting star from the top of my head, all right? So I suggest you guys to investigate more on the patternsite.com, Thomas Bukowski's website, for more statistics regarding candlestick patterns. But right here, right now, either way, it is a bearish reaction, okay? Suggesting that yes, the QQQ has more chances of correcting than going up. If we see this shooting star getting triggered, if we see the QQQ losing today's low next week, all right? Preferably losing the 21-day EMA, the exponential moving average on the daily chart as well, all right? By doing so, by losing these two key points, yes, probably we're gonna see a sharper correction ahead. Maybe we're gonna see the QQQ retesting the 510 again, all right? So it is going to be a medium-term correction for the main indices. Now, a medium-term correction does not represent a long-term reversal, all right? Because long-term wise, when we take a look at the weekly charts over here, the QQQ is clearly bullish. We are still inside an ascending channel. We are ascending. We are going up on the weekly chart. We are not going down, but we are going up. We are still above the 21 weekly moving average as well. We have many support levels like the 21 weekly moving average, the $500 area over here, and of course, the support line of this ascending channel. As far as I'm aware, we could see a medium-term reversal all the way down to our next support levels on the weekly chart without ruining the uptrend on the weekly chart. Okay, so yes, in theory, we could correct all the way down to retest this support line over here below the $500 area, and that's okay. SPY would still maintain the long-term bullish bias. From a technical point of view, of course, only if we see the SPY losing the $500, this purple trend line down here, then alright, we are going to technically reverse the long-term sentiment, but as long as we don't see such scenario materializing, we don't have technical evidence supporting a bearish reversal thesis on the weekly chart. Alright, therefore, what all of this means? It means that any pullback to our long-term support levels could be just another buying opportunity, okay? As long as we don't see a crystal clear bearish reversal chart structure. Just like for the SPY over here. SPY is still above this ascending line over here, this trend line connecting the previous support levels since October 2023. We are still above the 21 weekly moving average, so as long as we stay above this double support level over here, we are not gonna see a meaningful bearish reversal chart structure on the weekly chart. Any pullback to this area, to the 580s over here, could be just another buying opportunity. That's a very simple situation. But Nathan, what if we lose these support levels? Then alright, it is going to be a sell. We can't predict the future, but we can react properly to what we see right here, right now. Trading, investing, these things are not supposed to be stressful, okay? We are not supposed to be stressed by these things because we always need to work with a crystal clear strategy. You can't control the market. We can't predict the market. Some people believe that some traders are very good because they can predict the market. No one can predict the market, all right? Absolutely no one. If they say they can do, they are just lying to you. Not a single human being can predict the future, all right? It is totally impossible. It is precisely because we can't predict the future. It is precisely because we can't control the market. It's precisely because we are small, we are weak, we are just helpless over here that we need to develop the best trading strategy possible, okay? With the best risk management strategy as well. Only then we can achieve consistency in this market, all right? You can do it, anyone can do it, and it feels like I'm doing a disservice to the therapist of everybody else over here, but guys, saying that you are small and weak, etc., but guys, it is true, okay? We gotta be careful in this market. It is only when you have the humility to accept that you are small, that you are truly willing to make the best strategy to protect your money, okay? So that's always my recommendation to you guys. Now, let's continue our analysis analyzing Nvidia, because Nvidia is a quite problematic one. See, on the weekly chart, let's start our analysis looking at the daily chart. On the daily chart, we did this massive gap over here, losing many important support levels. We triggered this bearish engulfing candlestick pattern by doing a gap. That's simply horrible, okay? It is just horrible. And we lost the moving average doing a gap as well. That's also horrible. And what's even more horrible is that we lost the 130s support level by doing this gap over here. And that the 130 support level was a quite important one because, as we can see over here, Nvidia was clearly inside a congestion, all right, between the 150s and the 130s over here. We were moving sideways inside this rectangle chart structure for months, all right? Now we saw the breakout of this support line, suggesting that yes, Nvidia is right now turning bearish. Could we see a reversal? Could we see Nvidia bouncing again? Yes, we could, but so far it failed in triggering any single bottom signal over here. I was waiting for an opportunity to buy Nvidia over here, but guys, it is not working properly, okay? It is not triggering any crystal clear bottom signal. It is avoiding materializing any single bottom signal in this context. What's more, by losing steam over here, it feels like we are heading towards the 115s support level, okay? This yellow line, this yellow area down here, we have yet to retest this support level, while the most important resistance level is the 130s, the previous support level, which was also a previous resistance level multiple times over here in August last year, all right? So this key point is right now our next resistance level, and only if we see Nvidia breaking and preferably closing above the 130s again on the daily chart, we could see a decent bullish chart candle structure, okay? So, but so far there is not a single bottom signal. I'm so sorry to tell you guys. I know you guys love Nvidia, but it is not reacting well, okay? Please, again, guys, don't kill the messenger, all right? I'm just sending you this message, analyzing charts, working with facts and technical evidence. On the weekly chart, we see the 130s as our resistance level again, all right? We see that as long as Nvidia stays below this area, this resistance area, it is not going to trigger a bottom signal. What's more, this week we are making a bearish candle. So we are very, very far away from materializing a bottom signal in this area. So yes, we could see Nvidia retesting the 115s, the 113s again without any problem. Unless if we see next week a miraculous reaction, that's a real possibility. I'm still skeptical about it, but we should always bear in mind every single possible scenario. And guys, I have to be transparent and honest with you and tell you that if you want to join our educational group and learn to trade in practice, then join our project, the 5% project, as well as having access to our exclusive ebook on technical analysis, where you learn all the theory of our trading methodology. You have access to our signals and strategies in real time as well. I explain exactly where you should buy and where you should sell, always backing up every single one of our moves, every single one of our trades with technical evidence and, of course, risk management. And it is absolutely free to try. Okay, you are not going to be charged for 7 days. We are confident in our method and we show commitment to you who want to learn more, who want to improve your performance by showing results to our students first, to our members first, and then letting you decide if you want to join us for real or not. Either way, just take a look at our website. The link is in this video's description, all right? Join us over there. Join the 5% project for exclusive analysis and the trading signals on Tesla, Nvidia, SPY, etc. It is free to join. Test our service for free. Then you'll see if we can give you some valuable information or not, all right? We are quite confident because we do have a solid track record. Now, back to our analysis over here, we see Tesla losing momentum. I told you guys, I told the members of the 5% project that Tesla could have materialized a bottom signal over here, but it simply failed in breaking and closing above our most important resistance area over here, which is around yesterday's high, which is around the 21-day EMA, which is around the 406 area, which was the neckline of this head and shoulders chart pattern, which we did identify together a few days ago, even before this pattern was materialized. Right now, we are again losing momentum. Now you may say, but Nathan, could this drop be just a pullback to the 21-hour EMA short-term wise, and then we see Tesla reacting again next week? Well, that's a real possibility, all right? But we failed in closing above our resistance levels, so I'm still a little bit skeptical regarding this move. It feels like the odds of going up are like 50-50. Okay, so right now it is not worth it. I see many other better opportunities elsewhere, if you ask me. Now, on the weekly chart, we see that Tesla is more like moving sideways over here, and we see the $358 along with the 21 weekly moving average as our next double support level. All right, if we see Tesla actually correcting next week, dropping to retest our next long-term support levels, okay, great. Maybe we're going to see another buying opportunity again, because we are going to buy near a long-term support level when the risk-reward ratio is at its peak. So guys, always buy near support levels. Don't buy near resistance levels. Buy near support levels. Buy when we see pullbacks to the moving average, when we see pullbacks to our support levels, all right? Don't buy near a no man's land when anything could happen, all right? Try to trade strategically, okay? So only then you can achieve consistency in trading, all right? Right now, again, odds are like 50-50, okay? But I do understand that if Tesla breaks either its resistance levels or its support levels below the $384, we could see a quite explosive movement next, all right? So we gotta be aware of this support level and this resistance area I just mentioned to you guys right here, right now. All right, it is looking quite interesting. Tesla is on my radar, is on the 5% project's radar over here, but so far I don't see any technical confirmation. Regarding AMD, this one is giving us a very rough time. It is going to report earnings in 4 days. Okay, so by reporting earnings in 4 days, I always advise you guys to not hold stocks during earnings. Okay, because we can't possibly tell the direction of the next breakout. It is not worth it. Of course, you can make a lot of money, but you can also lose a lot of money. So in the end, it is just not worth the stress. Okay, so I always advise to sell your positions before earnings. All right, and right now we see a bearish reaction below the 21-day EMA. All right, that's a quite problematic reaction because AMD is still very bearish. We don't see higher highs, higher lows on AMD yet. We only see lower highs, lower lows, right? And by materializing another lower high, lower low below the 21-day EMA, well, AMD will just continue to drop. Either way, we still see the possibility of a double bottom chart pattern, all right? Because we don't see that very often, okay? A crystal clear double bottom chart pattern right below the 114 area. By materializing a double bottom, we could seek way higher levels, but this reaction endangers this bullish reading. If we lose the 114 again, it's over, all right? AMD will frustrate this technical evidence suggesting a double bottom chart pattern, and it will trigger another bearish pivot point, another lower high, lower low. In this case, well, we are gonna continue to drop. We can just forget about it for a while. Now, Palantir. This one over here is making a very interesting reaction below, guess where? The $84.80, the previous all-time high area, which is clearly acting as a resistance level for us, right here, right now, today. And there are people out there who don't believe in technical analysis because they don't know how to read it, they don't know how to use it in their favor. I always tell you guys, never blame the tool, always blame the trader. Now, seeing Palantir losing momentum below this resistance level is quite suggestive, okay? Because now we could finally see a decent pullback to its 21-day EMA, or maybe even to the $72 again, because today's pattern is a shooting star candle pattern, which again is a quite reliable bearish candle structure if we see the price closing below today's low in the next few days. Now, what's the problem? The problem is that it is going to report earnings in 3 days. So any trade you wanna make over here, you should be very careful, because by reporting earnings in 3 days, anything could happen over here. We could see Palantir exploding, but if we see Palantir collapsing, well, you can't complain, all right? And if you ask me, if we see Palantir collapsing to the $72 again, that could be a very nice buying opportunity, because the trend is clearly bullish on the daily chart. I know, we see a possible double top chart pattern over here. You are totally right, but guys, the sentiment over here is still bullish. When we take a look at the weekly chart, we see just another possible bullish pivot point, higher high, higher low on the weekly chart. So we are still maintaining the uptrend. So in the lack of technical evidence suggesting a reversal, Palantir is supposed to maintain the bullish bias. Very simple situation. Now, Broadcom is making a bottom signal on the weekly chart above the 21-day EMA, above a few support levels. This week we saw a false breakout of the $221 after deep 6-day over here. Right now we see a bounce to the 21-day EMA. Now it feels like it is now or never for Broadcom, because by breaking today's high and the closing above the 21-day EMA, Broadcom will re-enter bullish territory. In this case, it is quite suggestive that we are gonna seek the next resistance level, which is the 247, the previous triple top resistance level over here. And at the same time, we are going to trigger this hammer candlestick pattern on the weekly chart as well. And again, according to Thomas Bukowski's studies, a hammer pattern reverses the trend roughly 60% of the time. Therefore, it is a quite reliable candle structure. I also teach you guys how to identify and how to trade these candle and the chart patterns on our ebook on technical analysis. Again, it is free to download. Just test our service, the 5% project, and this ebook will be yours forever. Okay, just take a look at the service we can offer to you guys. The link is in this video's description. Now, yes, it is a hammer pattern looking quite good, but we have yet to break a few resistance levels. All right, and oh, by the way, before I forget, guys, you are watching this video for 25 minutes. For Christ's sake, you did like it. Okay, I know you liked the video, so come on, click the like button to support me. And if you are still not a subscriber, consider subscribing, because we are here every single day talking about many stocks together, analyzing, making unbiased analysis of the market, always focusing on technical evidence. All right, 25 minutes, guys, for Christ's sake, 25 minutes. This channel over here is not for everybody, because many people over here, they are too, I don't know, their brains were melted by TikTok, Instagram Reels, short videos, and my videos are very dense, right? They have a dense educational content. I always try to bring to you guys valuable information. So this channel is for you, okay? So subscribe already, all right? Because you know it is over, okay? It is too late for you. This channel is for you. You do like the content. Now, where was I? Oh, and by the way, guys, why it is so important for Broadcom to break and close above the moving average and trigger this hammer pattern on the weekly chart? Because if we don't, if we make a top signal below the moving average, this bounce over here could be just another dead cat bounce, okay? And in this case, Broadcom will materialize another lower low, seeking lower levels. In this case, our next technical target will be the 185. So let's pay attention to any possibility of a top signal, I mean, below this resistance level, all right? I'm gonna keep you guys updated in this channel. Anyways, now, Apple gave us, I did share a phenomenal trade on our Telegram channel. The 5% project members got early access to this phenomenal trade. We bought Apple right here near this support level. It hit our target. It reported earnings. Now it is making a fantastic bearish reaction. If you ask me, this could be a possible top signal. If we see any pullback on Apple, maybe to the 221 again, it could be just another buying opportunity, so we can buy over here and sell over here again. All right, so Apple looks very interesting on the weekly chart. We see a massive bullish candlestick pattern, and if you ask me, it does deserve a pullback over here, because it is not normal to see massive candles like this, all right, without a decent pullback, at least short-term wise. We are still above this triple support level, so Apple has everything to maintain the bullish bias, even considering the possibility of a pullback over here. So it is looking very interesting. It is certainly on my radar, and if I see any opportunity, I will share it with you guys on our 5% project. So join us over there. The link is in the video description. Join this channel, click the like button. See you guys next week, my dear friends. Thank you very much for your audience. Stay safe. Bye bye.